Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Lolu Nebu versus Pachu, and this is going to be post Lightning Overdrive. Also, this does have the Dino FTK deck in it that everyone kept asking for, and I'm about to show off the deck list before we hop into the match. Also, before I hop into this, make sure to check out Team Purple Haze down below in the description, and let's hop right into the deck list. So we have 1 Arch, 3 Baby, 1 Kaiju, 3 Droll, 1 Giant Rex, 3 Misk, 2 Pet, 3 Gamma, 1 Scrap Chimera, 1 Fridge, 2 Raptor, 3 OV Raptor, 1 True King, 2 Conductor, a Driver, Called By, 2 Pill, Diagram, 3 Fossil Dig, 2 Lost World, a 1-for-1, Set Rotation, Terraforming. That's it for the main deck, 40 cards. And then side deck, 3 Lancia, 3 Ash, 1 Pank, 1 Cosmic, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Twin, and then 1 Red Reboot. Then for the extra deck, we have the Math Mech, we have the Zolkin, I don't even know what this card's name is, Phantasmal Lord, TG Hyper Librarian, Dweller, Dolka, Logia, number 33, number 60, Appaloosa, Geo, Cerberus, Phoenix, Linkuriboh, Wyvern, and Secure Gardener. So that's it for the deck. If you have any questions about the deck, you can comment it down below, and maybe the creator of the deck will respond. I don't know if they don't respond, fair enough. But going on to the match, we're going to hop right in. And then we see Lolu, Nebu win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, so they get to decide if they want to go first or second. And then looking at the deck counts, we have 40 versus 41. And then Lolo will be deciding to go first, looking at the opening hands. We have Misk, Oviraptor, Gamma, Kaiju, and Called By. Also, if you do draw this, it doesn't mean that you can't FTK, because you can pill it out of hand. Like, you can pill and then summon this from hand. So this is good. And then they have Zeta, Nova, Ben 10, Field Spell, Emergency, so no hand traps. Obviously not what you want to see versus an FTK deck. Or any deck, really. Drop Misk and then summon OV. OV effect will go ahead and add Baby from the deck to the hand. And then they're going to Misk effect, banish, go ahead and summon out Arch, and then Arch effect, destroy Baby, and then that's going to go grab Pill, and then Baby effect will activate, bringing out Baby, OV, destroy Baby, bring out Baby from the grave, and then Baby effect, bring out Scrap Raptor effect, pop Baby, and then Baby effect, bring out Pet. And then they're going to go ahead and get rid of those for Wyvern, and then Wyvern effect, bring out Raptor, pop, and then they're going to get Wyvern and Raptor effect, go add Chimera, and then go ahead and summon out Golem, and then they're going to pop Pet with the Link, and then Pet effect, bring out Misk. Also, they really need to change that thumbs up. It is so annoying. Like, even like when you're playing, like, it's just so trash. Like, you don't need the thumbs up animation. Just simply have it say, Pachu declared okay in chat. It's all you need. You don't need a huge thumb up animation. So bad. Glom effect, bring out Raptor from the graveyard. Go ahead and get rid of those for the Math Mech, and then turn those 2 into a Nightmare Phoenix, and then turn those 2 into a Geonator, and then activate Pill. That'll go ahead and banish, and then that's FTK. They did scoop right there, so we didn't really get to show it off. Kind of sucks. It says, how many bricks do you play for the FTK package? Kaiju and Fridge. Said, wow. Yeah, the Kaiju is not a Garnet. Also, I had this discussion. There's not a difference between a brick and a garnet. I mean, like, I understand what you're saying by it. Like, technically, like, driver would be a brick and garnet would be a garnet, but that's just so many terms that we don't need. We can just say they're bricks or simply bad draws. That works too. But going on to game 2, we're going to see Drytron go first. Looking at the opening hands, we have Diagram, Pankratops, Pill, Arch, and Lost World. So, they do have a going second card, and then they have Ash, Prosperity, Orange Light, Zeta, and Alpha. But against this deck, Pankratops is like a really, really, really bad going second card, because you summon it and there's like cool stop it. And then go ahead and activate Prosperity, banishing 3. Then go ahead and show the next 3. They already have Alpha, so they could just grab like Diviner there. And then this would also mean like if they got hit with a droll here, they could just boom, orange light it and then still have like alpha zeta, which is still something. They're gonna alpha, get rid of zeta. Like alpha zeta is nice. Don't get me wrong, it's combo. They're gonna go grab Ben 10 and then zeta effect, that's gonna tribute Ben 10, bring itself out, and then go grab ritual spell, then Ben 10 effect, go grab diviner. Then go ahead and make beta, and then beta effect, go ahead and dump gamma from the deck to the graveyard, and then normal summon out diviner effect, send herald, and then they're going to get herald effect to go grab herald, and then ritual spell, bring out Ben 10, detach material, and then affecting graveyard, return itself to hand by making this lose 1,000, and then go ahead and overlay for Beatrice because this gang's 4 levels, and then they're going to go ahead and use gamma effect, tribute herald, bring out gamma, and then bring out alpha from the graveyard. So if you read this, that this can summon itself in defense, but that in attack, you should definitely know that. I have a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people summon both gamma and alpha in attack, or summon them both in defense. I think that's like a little thing that you should know that could definitely come up. Ritual spell, bring out herald by detaching the material. And then go ahead and use the Beatrice effect to dump Ava. And then they're going to go ahead and use that effect, banish 2, go grab Orange Light, and then go grab Diviner. Nice hand. Diviner, Orange Light, Ash, Orange Light, Diviner. And then make IP, and then go ahead and pass turn. So this is definitely pretty solid. Like they have follow-ups for days. And then they can Beatrice effect and standby. They're actually just going to let main phase go. I was going to say, they could have used this if they're playing multiple Eva. I guess like then they'd be banishing their Ben 10, which they don't want. Fair enough, fair enough. They want to orange light, then go dump Eva. Activate Lost World. Herald, go ahead and stop that. On resolution, Beatrice, and then that's going to go dump Ava. And then they're going to get that effect. Banish, chain called by. So they're banishing 2. Has to add with different names. They've already gone through 2 orange light and 3 diviners, so I wonder what their other target is. But they're going to go ahead and try to called by that, and then herald, get rid of diviner, and then go grab orange light. See, yeah, they only had 1, so why'd they banish 2? Like, you can't do that, right? Yeah, add the same number. Yeah, fairly certain. Activate Diagram. Special summon out Pankratops. And then they're going to go Battle Phase. IP effect at the end domain. Bring out Unicorn. Unicorn effect. Go ahead and spin back Diagram. And then it just doesn't even matter. Like, if they still want the Battle Phase and beat over this. Summon out Arch. No effect. And then go for Link Kariba. And then turn that into a Secure Gardena, Pankratops effect, Herald negate, Pill, banish, Herald negate. That's why I said like Pankratops just doesn't really matter because, they have like 5 hard negates. Like you're going to need like hand traps to stop them from getting to that board, Dark Ruler, Droplet. A card like Pankratops is not going to solve the board. But now moving on to game 3, we are going to see Dino go first. And looking at the opening hands, we have Driver, Scrap Raptor, Pill, Oviraptor, and the True King. So this should be combo, I believe. Yeah, I definitely feel like it should be. Because like, this card is pretty good. Like if you're going first and you have like a baby in hand or something, this card is nice. Hitting stuff from the extra deck is nice. Can make him scoop before we even go for the FTK. And then they have Alpha, Zeta, Diviner, Zeta, and Natasha. Obviously game 3 they win a scoop, but like game 1, turn 1, if you activate this card destroying 2 babies, it's honestly very common for your opponent just to admit defeat because like they know they're going to lose the game. There's no point of like showing what deck you're on. But no hand traps, so GG's, handshake. Summon Oviraptor, go grab Baby, and then go ahead and True King effect. That's going to go ahead and destroy Raptor and Baby, bring itself out, and then show the extra deck. And then they're banishing 3. So I'm assuming that they're only playing one of those since they banished it. Otherwise, they most likely would have just hit a one of. Also, they called it Fafnir. I always call this card Beta. But yeah, banishing some XYZs. And then they're going to go ahead and Baby effect. Bring out Baby from the deck. Because this has to be destroyed by a scrap. Yeah, so it can't go and use its other effect there. Then they're going to Oviraptor, destroy Baby, go ahead and bring out Scrap Raptor from the graveyard, and then Baby effect, bring out Baby, Scrap Raptor, destroy Baby, Baby effect, bring out Pet. Really just going through these. It's kind of cool though. Is Oviraptor full FTK by itself, or do you need Extender? Nah, it's definitely not full FTK by itself. Any combination of Baby, Misk, Ovi. Also, Archosaurus Baby, or Diagram Baby, or Diagram Ovi or Baby. Said, well, I have nothing, or Lost World Scrap Raptor. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations for game. Let me FTK, please. Sided all the hand traps, but drew none. Rip. Go for Wyvern. Effect, bring out Raptor, destroy it, and then you're going to get Raptor and Link. Add Chimera, summon out Fridge. And then go ahead and pop the pet effect, bring out Kaiju, and then they're going to Golem, bring out Scrap Raptor, go ahead and turn those two into the Math Mech, and then turn those two into Geo, turn those into the Zulkin, and then they're going to go ahead and use that effect. It's not Zulkin, I don't know, I always call this card whoa, can't even talk. I always call this card Zulkin, because like it's like the same summoning, like it feels so similar to it. I guess I need to like actually learn this card's name if it's going to be brought up a lot. So Phantasmal, and then they're going to go ahead, summon 4 tokens on their board, 4 tokens on the opponent's board. It's only 4. Everyone messes that up. Both replays, they've messed that up. Geo effect, go ahead, pass a token, give them Synchro, then make Link Karibo. Go ahead, turn those into Phoenix. Yeah, they're just like scooping here, but they're letting the FTK go through, which is good. That's good for content, because if you don't know the FTK, now you get to see it. So one thing that is different, see, they have to use this. They used it and they popped 1 monster they control, and they can extra summon. The last replay we showed off, they accidentally messed up and didn't use Scrap Raptor effect, and they still extra normal summoned. So technically they did cheat last time. They could have avoided that and played it a little bit differently just by summoning a Baby and then popping it and bringing out Pet. I'm pretty sure is what the situation was. Pretty much just go through like an extra Baby. But they didn't. They did mess up. This time they didn't, because if you go ahead and read over this, a lot of you probably don't know what this card does since it actually has not came out yet. It says you can target 1 monster you control, destroy it. Also, you can normal summon 1 scrap monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summon or set. So they destroyed Baby this time around, and then they got their extra normal summon for Chimera. Effect, bring out Scrap Raptor. Overlay for number 60. Effect, go ahead and bring out Le Fridge. Said if I had a Veiler, would it be best to use it on Geonator? I feel like it would. Well, actually, let's see. When would it be best to do it? Because you definitely wouldn't want to do it on this. Yeah, like, I just don't think you would. Because it's giving you a whole bunch of tokens. I feel like you can do a lot with those tokens the next turn. For sure. So I feel like you would just hit Geonator. And then you have a whole bunch of tokens. They don't pass this over to you, so they can't burn you for game. Yeah, I don't see why not. Or maybe let this get passed over. Oh, no, because then if you try to hit the XYZ with Veiler, they have Appaloosa. So, yeah. Yeah, hitting Geonator definitely sounds like the best thing to hit. Said, I don't know, maybe. Kind of just, we just exposed the FTK. Golem, bring out Scrap Raptor. Go ahead, turn those into TG Hyper Librarian. And then go for number 33. Also, like I said before, there has got to be a better synchro than TG Hyper Librarian. For a generic synchro 5, there has to be a better one. Guaranteed, because like you're not really synchro summoning in this deck. So I feel like there's just got to be a better one. 100%, because this card is just, it has no effect in this deck, because they're out of synchros right now. Like, we just saw the list a second ago. So, I feel like it's probably just better to play even something as simple as, like, Armades, like, just off, like, the top of my head, but there's got to be a better Synchro 5, for sure. Go ahead and use that effect on this. Says, this deck will be insane. I actually don't think this will be the best build of the deck. To be honest, this kind of loses to like most hand traps, except for like Imperm or Gamma. Obviously, you could use those early on to try to stop them, but it's not like they have like a Dalka face up or anything to like protect themselves, and it's not like everything they're going through is a Dino, so it's not like Misk is protecting everything. They didn't even go through Misk this time, but. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool though. I definitely think it's cool. Said thank you, standard Dino, but FTK on turn 1. Exactly. I need to change my builds a bit, I guess. Are they talking about like? I don't know. I don't think this will be very popular, to be honest. There's always a lot of FTKs that get thrown around, but they're just not optimal. Like the Rock FTK that I had came up with a while ago. Like that deck was cool, but it definitely was not optimal, because it just, that deck actually played around hand traps pretty well, because you could set up Appaloosa and Crystal Wing pretty early. Appaloosa or Crystal Wing. You set up Crystal Wing every time. So you would Crystal Wing, and then Synchro in the Croc, and then banish the Garden to summon out Crystal Wing. It was pretty cool, but yeah, I definitely do not think this will be the best version of the deck. I very well could be wrong, but it just doesn't feel like it. It's cool though that it only takes, I think it's 5 cards of the extra deck, like 5 specific cards, because you're already playing a lot of these. Like you're already playing this and that, but it takes like the number 33 TG, the Phantasmal, the Geo, and then, well, I guess these are both Geo. Kind of weird. Geo and then the Mathmech. So you're taking like 5 specific cards plus like the Fridge and Kaiju in the main deck, and like the Kaiju isn't even like that bad, because you know it's a Dino, so it works with the deck pretty well, and then the Golem isn't like too bad because it works with the scraps. I don't know if this card's going to be standard in the deck or not. To be honest, I just started practicing with this scrap deck, and I'm honestly going to wait until Friday, until it actually drops in rated, to start testing it more. For right now, I am not the greatest with this deck. I know I'm not. I've only played like 1 match with it. I've done a lot of test hands, but not nearly enough to be good with it. So for sure, we'll be practicing more with the Dino scrap deck. I'll probably even try out the FTK, see if I can improve it a little bit or anything. Because it's just, I don't know, it's a cool idea. Drytron, I don't know how I feel about this deck. It's not as crazy as people are making it out to be. There's a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers that are like, oh, Drytron best deck, and it's like, Dragon League. I feel like there's a couple decks that are just better than this deck. So compared to them, like, this deck sucks, Also, whenever I say that, people get so offended. It's like, if you compare a deck to the best deck, that's how you're supposed to compare decks. Like, you can't be like, oh, my deck's decent, or you can't be like, oh, my deck's good, and it's like, alright, but it loses the dragon like 9 out of 10 times, so it's obviously not good. And then no excuse will be like, oh, but that's a tier 1 deck. It's like, oh, tiers just don't exist. I don't think tiers is a good way to mark decks. I think it actually hurts players more than helps them, especially new players. I try to speak in a way that makes it so that way everyone can understand me. Like people who are pros at the game, people who have multiple tops, people who have no tops, people who just started playing the game. I try to speak in a way to where everyone can understand me. I think I do a pretty decent job of it. I know sometimes the stuff I say can be confusing, especially when it comes to like certain rulings, but that's just because if you don't have like experience with them, those rulings can be pretty wild. I cannot lie. They definitely can be pretty wild. But seeing how long the match was, it was definitely a pretty quick match. They admitted defeat. 19 minutes and 33 seconds long, so extremely quick match. But with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Oh, and again, shout out to them and the Team Purple Haze. Make sure to check them out. Thank you for the deck profile and another replay. And with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.